Hi there, it's Vahagan. I'm the co-creator of the Audition Rebels and I want to welcome you to the first video of our YouTube channel. I'm so excited to embark on this completely new journey for me. I could never have imagined that one day I would do this, open a channel on YouTube to talk about orchestra auditions. But hey, here we are. I stand here in front of the camera shooting this first video, and I hope that what we are going to talk about on this channel in these videos, I really hope it will give you some important insights about the orchestra auditions and what is necessary to be successful with auditions. Now, I don't know where you are at with your auditioning experience, whether you are starting to take auditions or if you have already taken a few. The fact that you are watching this video now tells me that you are having some questions and you are looking to get answers to them. And I don't know what questions do you have regarding auditioning, but after working with many musicians, I found out that there are many unanswered questions and a lot of confusion among musicians when it comes to their auditions. Questions like, how should I play to get the jury's attention? In what style should I play Mozart, with or without vibrato? What is a better cadenza to play? How should I play excerpts? Should I practice excerpts with or without metronome? Is it maybe a good idea to have a lesson with musicians of the orchestra? Is it better to have a lesson with the concertmaster or tutti musicians? And so on and so on. And by the way, it would be interesting, and let us know in the comments, what questions do you have regarding orchestra auditioning? What would you like to get answers for? Now, we will be covering a lot here, so don't forget to subscribe not to miss the upcoming videos from us. And so with that, let's dive into the first topic, a very important one, and that is understanding the difference between an audition and a concert performance. I wanted to start with this topic because it is one of the reasons so many musicians are failing with their auditions by not being aware of it. Because playing for an audition and performing a concert are two different things. And it's crucial to understand this difference to put a solid foundation on which you will then build your successful audition. So what is the difference between performing for an audition and performing a concert? Look, when you play a concert, say you play a concerto with the orchestra or you have a recital with the piano, you have time to get into the performance, right? Get used to the stage, overcome the stress, get comfortable with the presence of the audience. You know how it is. And some little things, little discrepancies in your performance that you may have until you get comfortable with this unusual concert situation and you start to find your freedom to make music freely, these little things here and there aren't going to harm your overall performance. The public is not there to judge your playing, they are here to enjoy the music. These are people who like you, your family members, friends maybe. Well, you know what I mean. As for the audition, it's different. It is a competition, a hard one. Here for the first round, you are usually behind the curtain. No one knows who you are. Behind the curtain, you are just a number, another candidate like everyone else. There are sometimes hundreds of candidates playing more or less the same program. And so you have to give your best performance to stand out from that competition and to be able to grab the attention of the juries during 1 to maximum 3 minutes. That's it. And you have to do it under the pressure of the audition. And it doesn't matter how well you can play your instrument or how good of a musician you are, if you are unable to show your skills in this short period of time under the pressure of the audition, then most probably you will not pass the round. So your job is to find ways to stand out from your competitors during that short period of time and to make juries vote for you. Here is what orchestra musicians around the world say about how long they need to hear a candidate to form an opinion about his or her playing. Aiko Noda, a violinist from the Chicago Symphony Orchestra, says, "In my personal experience of judging, I have my opinion within the first 2 minutes and it doesn't change so much afterwards. Details here and there, but the basic overall opinion is already done." Lev Sivkov, solo cello from Opernhaus Zurich, says, "Generally, by listening to an audition, the first half minute of the performance is decisive for the jury. If a candidate can play a strong start, show a high level of performance, it has a much bigger power than the rest of the round." Andrés Gabetta, concertmaster of Les Musiciens de Prince de l'Opéra de Monte Carlo, says, "It's very important to grab the attention of the jury in the first few seconds. I think that the first 5 seconds are crucial and will determine whether the jury will hear your performance or not." Adrian Mustea, first principal viola from Bayerische Staatsoper, says, to establish the initial opinion about the candidate, quite often it's enough to hear 2-3 phrases. Since in the first round the candidate has only a few minutes to convince the jury, the first impression is very important. There is simply no time to correct anything. Guillaume Biel, principal trumpet of Berliner Philharmoniker, says, first minutes of performance are going to be crucial for the candidate. For me, usually it is enough to form an opinion. Without wanting to be mean, I must say, even the tuning, the first note played that we hear, sometimes is enough to get an idea of the sound of the candidate. It's like his business card, and for me personally, the tuning is the first note of your audition. As you see, the musicians from different orchestras are sharing a similar opinion to confirm that the first minutes of your performance are going to be crucial for your success. That's the time you have to make an impression on the juries. And that's like your business card, and you want to make it as attractive as you can from the first note you play. The question is, how are you going to do that? Now, from the survey we did asking musicians what is their biggest question concerning orchestra auditioning, we found out that there are two major questions and two categories musicians are into. In the first category are the musicians who don't know what they have to show with their performance to satisfy the jury. And in the second category are musicians who are struggling to perform under the stress and the pressure of the audition. And perhaps there is also the third category of musicians where I didn't know what to show and I didn't know how to play under the pressure either before I won my third audition. I will share more about this in the upcoming videos. But these are the two things you need, two things you must find answers for to stand out from the competition during the first minutes of your performance. What you need to show with your performance to satisfy the jury, and how can you do it under the stress and pressure of the audition. And these are the two important topics that we are going to discuss in the next videos. I would be glad to hear how do you handle the first 3 minutes of performance. How do you feel? How challenging is it for you? Leave your comments below. Please like the video if it was valuable for you, share it if you think it can be helpful to your friends as well, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and to hit the bell to get notified about our upcoming videos. Take care, and I will see you in the next video.